Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Everything in this world goes through a process of change, a process of evolution. Relationships are no different. As we grow older, as the circumstances change, there seems to be subtle changes that come into each relationship. And when two people are not equipped to handle it, the bond that they share starts to crack. Our today's story is about one such relationship which found it difficult to evolve with time. So let's begin today's story, Cracks in Friendship. Ananya and Riya were inseparable. From the moment they met in kindergarten, their friendship was the kind you would read about in storybooks. They shared everything: lunchboxes, secrets, dreams, and even fears. By the time they reached high school, they were known as the duo among their peers. They were always together, finishing each other's sentences and laughing at jokes no one else understood. When they passed from high school and joined the same college, it seemed like nothing would change. Their friendship felt unshakable. But life, as they were about to discover, had a way of testing even the strongest of bonds. During the first week of college, they met with Nisha, a cheerful, outgoing girl who quickly became a part of their group. Nisha was warm, friendly, and full of energy. She had a knack of making people feel special, and Ananya and Riya were no exception. At first, all three of them got along well. They attended classes together, spent hours in the canteen, and even started a group project. But as weeks turned into months, a subtle shift began to occur. Nisha and Ananya seemed to have a lot in common. They both loved art and had a similar taste in music and shared a passion for trying out new cafes. Gradually, Ananya started spending more time with Nisha, leaving Riya feeling like a third wheel. One Friday evening, Riya sat alone in their usual spot in the canteen, waiting for Ananya. When Ananya finally arrived, she was accompanied by Nisha, both of them laughing about something only they seemed to understand. "Hey Riya," Ananya said, sliding into the seat next to her. "Hi," Riya replied, forcing a smile. "I thought you and I were meeting to plan our weekend trip." "Oh, about that," Ananya began hesitantly. "Nisha and I were talking and we realized that there is a new art gallery and it would be more fun to explore that instead. Uh, you could, join us and we can plan this trip some other weekend." Ria's smile faltered. This wasn't the first time plans had been changed to accommodate Nisha's interest, but it stung nonetheless. "Sure," she said, though her heart wasn't in it. As the days went by, Riya started noticing more instances where Ananya seemed closer to Nisha than to her. Inside jokes, matching outfits, even a new scrapbook they were working on together. Things that only Riya and Ananya used to do. Riya tried to ignore the conning feeling of jealousy, but it grew harder each day. She began withdrawing, skipping meetups, and avoiding conversations. Ananya noticed but attributed it to college stress. One day, while scrolling through social media, came across a picture of Ananya and Nisha at a cafe, laughing and holding mugs with caption "Best day ever with the best person." Ria's chest tightened. Best person? That was supposed to be her with Ananya. The next day, Riya confronted Ananya in their dorm room. "Ananya, can we talk?" Riya began, trying to keep her voice calm. Of course, Ananya said, sitting down. Riya took a deep breath. I feel like I'm losing you. Ever since Nisha came into the picture, it's like I just don't matter to you anymore. Ananya looked taken aback. Riya, that's not true. You will always be my best friend. It's just that Nisha and I have some shared interest. It doesn't mean I care about you any less. But it feels like it. Riya admitted, her voice feeling irritated. Ananya sighed. Riya, friendships evolve. Nisha is a great friend too, but that doesn't mean you're being replaced. Riya shook her head, unable to accept it. Maybe not for you, but to me it feels like that. After that conversation, things didn't improve. Riya's jealousy continued to cloud her thoughts, making her question every interaction. Ananya, feeling hurt and confused, began spending more time with Nisha, finding comfort in her easygoing nature. The once unbreakable bond between Ananya and Riya started to erode. They stopped sitting together in class, avoided each other in cafeteria. Their late night phone calls became a thing of the past. One day, during a group discussion, Nisha mentioned a weekend trip she and Ananya had planned. Riya, who had been sitting silently, finally snapped. Of course you two are going, she said. Why would you even think about including me or even asking me? The tension in the room was palpable. Ananya frowned. Riya, that's not fair. You've been distant lately and I didn't think you would want to go with us. Or maybe I just got too tired of always being left out. Riya shot back. Nisha looked uncomfortable. Maybe we should all talk about this calmly, she said. But Riya had had enough. You don't get it, Nisha. You came into our lives and changed everything. You took my best friend away from me. Ananya stood up listening to this, her voice firm. That's not true, Riya. You're the one pushing me away. I've tried to include you, but you just can't let go of your jealousy. That argument marked the end of their friendship. While Riya and Ananya remained cordial, the warmth and laughter they once shared were gone. Ananya and Nisha grew closer while Riya kept to herself, regretting her inability to manage her emotions. Months later, at a college event, Riya watched from a distance as Ananya and Nisha worked together on a project. Their friendship evident. She felt a pang of sadness, but also a sense of clarity. In her jealousy and her inability to adapt to the new situation, she had focused so much on what she was losing that she hadn't seen what she still had, a best friend who tried to make things work. Riya took a deep breath and walked over to them. Ananya, she said softly, can we please talk? Ananya looked surprised but nodded. As they stepped aside, Riya spoke with an open heart. I'm sorry. I let my jealousy ruin everything. I couldn't adapt to the new environment and was scared of losing you and just didn't know how to handle it. Ananya's expression softened. Riya, I've missed you. But I need you to understand that having more friends doesn't mean I care about you any less. I understand that now. Ria replied, I just hope we can try to rebuild our friendship. Ananya smiled and said, of course we can. While things didn't go back to the way they were, Ria, Ananya, and Nisha found a new balance. Ria worked on her insecurities, learning to embrace change instead of fearing it. Though the bond between Ananya and Riya wasn't the same as it had been, it grew into something new. Proof that even fractured friendships could heal with time, understanding, and a little bit of effort from both sides. I hope you enjoyed today's story, and if you've been able to mend a relationship just like this, do share with us in the comments below. Thank you.